defensively, we can get into that. I mean, the main thing, I'll start off on this one, Ethan. The main thing that stood out to me, dude, he can close out from almost anywhere on the floor. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like, he can be near the block, and the dude can be on the 3-point line. And if he notices quick enough, because of his 8-foot wingspan and giant hands, like, he
Yeah.
can just like almost like dive over there. And he moves so well on the floor because of it's like he almost glides because
Hmm.
of his even, I don't know, this wouldn't be his wingspan, this would be like his leg span. But I mean,
Hmm.
it's just because he's such a ridiculous physical specimen. I mean, he can block shots from anywhere on the floor. That's
Yeah.
really all I have to say defensively. I mean, he's switchable. I mean, maybe there's times that he could get beat off the dribble by some smaller guys, but if he just trails them because of
Hmm.
his wingspan, he can. I mean, they're not really going to be able to take a shot. There were so many possessions I watched today, Ethan, in preparation for this episode, where teams would just pass off, pass off, pass off, and then eventually they have to go take a shot and challenge it, and then he just block them.
Hmm.
But I did also see him get beat a couple times. I would say that there was one play that I watched in specifically the Lithuania highlights near the end of the game. It wasn't necessarily out of control, but still, or it wasn't necessarily out of reach, like the game wasn't. I mean, it kind of was, but it was still, you don't want to see him kind of making those lapses and clutch moments. And because we're going to talk so much good about him, I got to give him some criticism here. Somebody made him jump, and then they had a dish off pass to where it allowed for a wide open dunk. But, if he doesn't jump there, he's going to block it. That's something that's teachable. And then the other thing that I saw is he did get pickpocketed on offense one time on a steal. And I think he could have given it, granted, the game was kind of already done, but I felt like he could have given a little bit more effort on that and might have been able to get a swat like we're talking about. But those are like the only two criticisms I have of him that I've
Yeah.
seen in like his entire highlight demo. And once again, this is in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, which is a very high level of competition.
He has the opportunity because of his physical tools to be one of the greatest defenders that's ever lived because he is athletic and agile enough to guard along the perimeter. And you mentioned it. He doesn't really have to come up all that far. He can basically
Right.
be at the free throw line and guard anybody on the perimeter because he's got that 8-foot wingspan. He has incredible closeout speed. He played goalie as a kid, so he has
Right.
great reactions. He can contest uh, on a snap. He can recover too. If you blow past him, you're not going to get an easy finish. Like he can turn around on a dime and smack that ball against the back of the glass. Like it's very difficult to get around a Victor Wembanyama, especially with that 8
Yeah.
foot wingspan. And he's a great rim protector. And I know the questions will continue to be, will he just get bullied by some of the bigger centers? And it's a possibility. I'm not going to lie. Joel Embiid, Jokic,
Right.
Giannis, those are guys that are probably for a little while going to have their way with him if they get the ball in the low block. That just
Yep.
is what it is. But there have been guys like Yao Ming, like Rick Smits, that have given Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan issues in the low block because of their incredible length and incredible size. They weren't as physical as Shaq or Timmy or whatever, but they're able to overcome that because of the sheer length. So will he have that opportunity to kind of maybe put a little bit more weight on and be able to guard those guys? Possibly. There's so many things that are unknown because
Yeah.
he could be a Sean Bradley in the case where he just becomes the most dunked on dude in the history of the league. That's one route because Sean Bradley was 7'7". And everyone thought he was going to be the next great center.
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis has become a great rim protector. And I know he's light framed like Vic, but he's still one of the league's best rim protectors. Same with Rudy Gobert. So there's so many possibilities here, but just about physical tools, he has the opportunity to be just incredible.